Oh no, I left my bullets in the freezer again in this block of ice. What's up guys, Skippy Africanus here, and today we have another cartridge testing video because that other one that I made was quite popular and it led to a whole lot of people making some suggestions on other stuff they wanted to see tested, so we're actually going to be doing quite a few of those videos over the coming, I would say, month. I'll space them out, of course, doesn't get, like, you know, stale, I guess, but yeah, we had a lot of suggestions, and there's actually, they won't be in order of like who asked for what, because someone's going to take like a little bit longer. Like the first person that asked for a request, theirs is going to take like 2+ weeks. So it's going to be in order of how fast I can do them. But anyways, we have the first test that was suggested, and they wanted me to put bullets in the freezer and, you know, to see how the cold temperatures would affect, you know, whether or not they work. And we will be doing just that. Now, their comment was fairly vague. I just assumed they wanted me to put the bullets in the freezer, which I will be doing. But I'm also going to add a little bit of some fun element to it. And I'm going to, like, freeze a block of ice. So we're going to do similar to what we did the first time, where we had 5 rounds standing upright, 5 rounds on their side. If you remember, to be honest, it didn't really seem like it helped much with the water ones, but we'll still do it that way. We'll go by that order. Get them all in there. And thrown in the freezer. Now, as mentioned, I'm going to also still be doing this is what I think the guy actually meant was, you know, have them not in water. So I'm gonna do that too. To be honest, I'm very confident. Like, well, I guess I changed my mind last time, but I don't think I'm gonna change my mind this time. I'm very, very confident that these are gonna fire. Now, granted, I do live in Arizona, and this is the coldest thing you will ever see in Arizona. So maybe my knowledge on how the cold affects this stuff just isn't there, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna fire. But anyways, I will see you in X amount of days, depending on if we go to the range on Saturday or Sunday.
3 days later.
Alright, so it's Saturday. It's been about 3 days or something like that. And that's a pretty solid block of ice. So, yeah, we're going to work at getting these out. These just have a little bit of frost on them, but again, not too crazy. But anyways, we'll work on getting these out, and we will head to the range. Alright, so really no method to this. We just gotta bust it out. Oh, cool. Now, I was debating how I wanted to do this because I never do this, and I think the best way would probably be like a torch or something. So we're just gonna like light, and I'm just kidding. What we're actually gonna do is just stab them and try to hit the primer as we do it. That way they'll go off and it'll like, break the ice. It's gonna be cool when this melts all over my floor and it's just wet everywhere. Alright, this might actually take a little bit longer. I'll be right back. Point of view, you're the B-52 bomber that's like above Hiroshima.
2,000 years later.
Alright, so we've freed all the bullets, and I did a quick visual look over of them just to make sure that, you know, no splits formed or anything. I wasn't thinking that they would, but, you know, haven't done this before, so we might as well have checked. But one thing I did notice, which, you know, I thought was really weird, was, so I grouped them. These are the ones that were standing upright. These are the ones that were laying on their side. These are just the ones that were sitting in the freezer. And the ones that were standing upright formed that corrosion that happened with the other water ones, or at least 2 or 3 of them did. My camera does not like picking that up. Well, anyways, I'm sure you can see it's a bit blurry. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so they formed a bunch of that corrosion right there. It was 2 or 3 of them, if I remember correctly. Yeah, kind of weird. None of that formed on these ones. Not even a scuff, actually. Like, they look fairly normal. And, of course, with these ones, again, they look fairly normal. So anyways, what I will be doing is I'm going to mark each case head, because I'm not going to be separating them in that box like I did last time. They're going to be kind of sitting loosely because, well, fun fact about Arizona, it's currently about 107 degrees out right now. When I actually broke these out of the ice, they warmed up almost instantly. But it's about 107 degrees right now, and while I don't think it's too important to the test, I'm still going to like be bringing an ice box, and I'm going to just pack, like, with like ice packs, just to keep them cool. So they're gonna be loose in there, and if I don't mark them, I won't know which one. But anyways, when we go to the range, what we will end up doing is I'm gonna definitely start off with these ones. I'm pretty sure these are gonna be the ones that'll fire, and then we're gonna move on. Feel free to take bets on what you think, which ones you think will fire, which ones you think won't. I'm gonna change my bet, and I'm gonna say all these will fire because once it froze, no water was getting in them, and that's what was causing us problems with the water one. But take bets in the comments before you proceed further. Anyways, let's head to the range. Alright, so we start off with shooting the 5 rounds that were left in the freezer, just left in there, not in the block of ice, and you will notice later on, I go from shooting the target itself to shooting a little patch of ground a little bit behind the target. I like the more obvious feedback. Now, I don't expect these ones to squib, but I still was going to treat it a little bit safer. And while I had a fairly clean target that I really could see, I just like the more obvious feedback from shooting the ground. But as you can see with these ones, absolutely no issue to be had. Now, it starts to get a little bit weird in a second here. As we move to the rounds that were left on their side. Now, I want you to listen on this second shot. I'm going to shut up and kind of listen. It's a little bit quiet, but you can hear the click, then boom, and then, of course, click as I release the trigger. That was the only one that actually had a little bit of a time delay to it. But overall, that was the only one that even had, I guess, an issue at all. The rest of the ammo ran perfectly fine, didn't feel weird or anything, you know, just felt like normal 9mm. Now compare that to the ammo that was standing upright. You would think this would operate a little bit better because, you know, the primer's a little bit more protected from the water. But no, this stuff operated horrendously. Constant hang fires. I actually mistook a hang fire for a squib on that last round, so I went to go clear it. Which again, as stated, this is why I prefer to shoot it at the dirt plume behind the target, because if I don't see that dirt plume, I'm looking for a squib, whether or not it's there. So we thankfully didn't have a squib. However, that's gonna change in a second. Now this next round fires off, you know, again, horrendously. But this one, again, I didn't see where it landed. I'm even struggling. I can see it leave the barrel in the footage, but I'm kind of struggling to see where it lands in the footage too. So evidently accuracy was affected. But I still did a squib check. You know, again, better safe than sorry. Now, this one gave me the mother of all squibs. This one was stuck in that barrel, and I had to go home and actually, you know, clear it out because my clearing rod was not wanting to cooperate with it. And this right here was the culprit, literally the mother of all squibs. I broke quite a few dowel rods. I even took a screwdriver to the back of it to, you know, have something that wouldn't snap. And it just dug into it. But, you know, thankfully we got it out. I really don't know how this thing got that stuck. It might be because that gun hasn't been cleaned in like 2,000 rounds. But, you know, again, thankfully we got it out. Sadly, well, aside from the fact that it ruined my range trip because I wanted to shoot more off camera, aside from that, I did not get to keep the... Well, I kept the casing, but I don't have, like, the powder spilled out. I was trying to, you know, slowly eject it, and... yeah, it just fell down and all the powder spilled out. Because I was hoping to do a comparison of, you know, to see if it looked a little more like wettish versus a normal cartridge's powder. Because obviously we got some water or something in there. But, yeah, that's what happens when you freeze some bullets in a block of ice. I hope you all enjoyed the video, especially that one guy that recommended this as much as I personally enjoyed making it. And I will see y'all next time.